Welcome to KP Law News. Nassau County, Florida deputy gets 17 and a half years in prison. Crooked deputy. He was a sergeant too. I got the news video from News 4 Jax out of Jacksonville, Florida. So let's look at the news story and see what's going on. Let's go.
Guilty to charges of conspiring to distribute narcotics, conspiring to defraud the United States, and tax evasion. News 4 Jax 19 reporter Tiffany Salome was inside the courtroom for today's sentencing. She spoke with his family and shares the strong words the judge had for Hickox.
Stealing money and illegal drugs from evidence rooms are just a few things this former Nassau County sergeant is heading to federal prison for. James Darrell Hickox was sentenced to 17 and a half years for his actions dating back to 2017. Prosecutors say he abused his role as a task force officer with the Drug Enforcement Administration. During his sentencing, a judge told Hickox, "You pose a danger to the public."
Because I know my son. He don't belong there. Just got caught up in something he shouldn't have done.
The courtroom was packed with supporters of Hickox as the judge handed down his sentence, including his mom and dad, who shared concerns about his mental health as a DEA agent.
They have to live two lives. You're out slinging dope for the DEA, and then you go home and be a family man.
So why do you think your son committed these crimes?
He couldn't even answer that. I think because he was around it for 10 years. He was a drug dealer for 10 years. If he hadn't had a badge, he was a drug dealer. That's the job DEA has him doing.
Prosecutors said Hickox stole more than 1,000 pounds of marijuana, confiscated as evidence during criminal investigations, with the intent to sell it. Hickox was also dealing MDMA, fentanyl, and cocaine, and hid over $420,000 from the IRS. Prosecutors called Hickox a thief, a crooked cop, and a drug dealer with a badge.
He was a drug dealer. So he becomes a drug dealer, and everybody's acting surprised. I'm like, what? You're so surprised. That's what y'all had him doing for 10 years.
Hickox called himself a guilty man in court Monday, apologizing to his family, the U.S. government, and his coworkers. When asked by the judge why he did what he did, Hickox blamed his actions on the fear of dying and not being able to provide for his family after a cancer diagnosis. In turn, the judge responded, quote, "I don't see how that..."
He did this because who's that sound like? Walter White, Breaking Bad? Come on now.
Causes an individual to engage in what you did. I'm having a hard time with that. As a sworn law enforcement officer, you disgraced law enforcement and engaged in conduct that broke the public's trust. Reporting in Jacksonville, Tiffany Salome, Channel 4, the local station.
There's more. Wait.
The judge ordered all the money in Hickox's personal bank accounts to be forfeited. A restitution amount was not determined in court this morning. That amount is expected to be decided in 90 days during hearing. As part of his sentencing, Hickox will also serve a 10-year term of supervised release. He is prohibited from opening new lines of credit and making big purchases without a probation officer's approval. He must also refrain from the use of illegal drugs and will be subject to drug testing.
17 and a half years. Then his stipulations of his 10-year probation. Wow, that's crazy. What do you think about that? Of course, his father there talking about the DEA had him doing all this. Did he get caught up in something and he's a scapegoat for the DEA? I don't know. Was he really a crooked cop stealing all the money? And well, he did plead guilty in the court, so there you have it. That's my opinion. He was a crooked cop and he got caught. What's your opinion on this situation? Let me know down in the comment section. I appreciate it. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe if you're not. And we got more videos on the way. So I appreciate everybody watching. KP Law News Florida out.